Okay, so this is part 2 of the training video. We've already gone through most of the form, all the items at the top. The next section that we're going to walk through is the related links section of the Alfresco form. So the related links in the Legacy CMS, we'll flip back to that tab. We can see them in two places. So the first place you can see the related links is by clicking the title of the article here to see the preview. And if you scroll down to the very bottom, this section that says related links here, that's what we're talking about. So for this article, there are two separate related links. We can also see related links if we go into the pencil icon, the edit button. And then at the top of the edit form, on the right-hand side, there's a button that says related links that we can click into. And when that page loads, this will probably be the better of the two places to look at it, because you'll actually be able to pull the link and the link title. So here are two related links for this individual article. So for each one of these, we want to click again the pencil icon, and it'll always prompt you to save, which is fine, so just click save. Okay, so I want, again, multiple screens open at the same time. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to Alfresco. I'm going to click Add Related Articles. And the difference between these two buttons, there are two different types of related links. So Add Related Articles will allow you to add a related link for an article that exists on DVM 360. And then this add related links, this would be an external link to something either on another website or something on DVM 360 that is not an article, such as a form or a category homepage or an author detail page, anything that's not an article or that exists on a different website. So what I see here in the CMS is that it kind of looks like both of these are articles, but again, the way that we can check, where'd my pop-up window go? The way that we can check is by the destination. So this is the URL string that is for our legacy CMS. It's got /article/detail/ a number, the ID number of the article at the end. So we know that that's going to be a related article in Alfresco, not a related link. So back to Alfresco, I'm going to press related article. And then you actually have to search for it based on the web title. Now most of the time the related link text, which is what you see here, and then also here, that's the same thing. Most of the time that is the name of the article. So let's try that first. So I'm going to copy again. I'm going to paste it in, wait just a couple seconds, and then it'll pop up results. Maybe. Okay, and this one is not coming up, and I believe that the reason that this is not coming up is because I am on the Alfresco UAT server, which is not a full migration, so all of our articles don't exist there because this server is only being used for testing purposes. But once we get access to the Alfresco staging server, they will be there. Now, if we're adding an article that is being a related link to another article that is also new, it is possible that we'll be trying to add a related article that doesn't yet exist in the system, in which case we can't search for it. So we'd have to go find that second article, make sure it's on our list of articles that we have yet to copy over from the legacy site to Alfresco, copy that article, and then come back to the original article and add the related link article. But again, on the staging site, we will have much better luck with this, since this Alfresco UAT site doesn't have all of our content. Let's try the second one and see if it is. I think this might be an older article, so let's try this one. And again, and this one's not coming up, but let me just start typing other words that would be the beginning of a web title. And again, I'm not pressing return or enter or anything. I'm just typing and then waiting a couple seconds and it automatically pops this up. You do want to type in the exact first word. If you start in the middle or use a word that's at the end, it's not going to populate it as a possible result here. So you do want the first word. So for instance, all of these are article names that just start with the word veterinary. So when I find the one I want, and I can even add another word, so veterinary client. And so now here with veterinary client, I have 5 results. So let's say that I wanted this one. I highlight it in blue and click. And it automatically creates the related link here. I can actually close out of this window now. Then I come back over here and see it. And now I can add a second one. So let's go add another veterinary client. So now I want this one and I click on it blue. So now let's just pretend that those are the 2 articles that I want to be related links. The next thing that I can do is prioritize them. So for instance, in the legacy CMS, the priority numbers were identical here. So if that's the case, we can just leave the priority numbers identical here. 5 is just the default in Alfresco, which is fine. You don't have to switch it to 0. But if I came over to the legacy CMS and this was number 1 and number 2, then I would want to go into the Alfresco and change these priority numbers. So I can click on the pencil icon, and then related link priority, I can just type in a number 1 and press save. And then I could go into the second one and change it to a number 2 and press save. So that's how to add a related article. Now if we needed a related link that again was to any external website that is not dvm360.com or to something on dvm360 that's not an article, we do that with a related link. So the first field here after we press the Add Related Links box is the description. This is actually the text that appears on the screen, just like we did for related articles. So, and again, I would never type anything in there. I would always copy and paste it from here. So I would just have something else listed here. I would copy, I would come over here, and I would paste it here into the description field. And then the way that those appear here is that I would again press the edit button. And instead of this sort of URL string on destination, I would have a full URL string that included the HTTP at the beginning. So I would literally copy the whole thing here. Be careful not to get a space at the beginning or a space at the end because that will make it not work. Just highlight exactly the URL with nothing before or after it. And then you would paste it on over into this URL field here. And again, you've got the priority box. We never, as a general rule, display these in pop-ups unless they go to an external website that is not DVM360. So all of our DVM360 related articles or other links that are not articles that point to DVM360, we always want this display in pop-up to be unchecked. It's only if we were pointing to an external domain that we would want to check that box. So for instance, let's pretend I pasted that in. I would display that in pop-up and then press the create button. Okay, so at that point we've gone through related links. So the next section on the form is the print details. And honestly, all of the articles that you're going to be doing are going to be either already in SendShare or web-only articles. So most of these we're going to keep blank. Article title print is required though, so you can just press this copy from web button and it'll just duplicate. That's all you have to do under the print details section. And then next, these 2 notes fields, I would like under the My Notes fields for whomever at Signex is doing this to just say Signex. I guess we can tell from the last modified username. Maybe we don't need to fill it out. What do you think, Mark?
Which one?
The My Notes field. Do you want them to add in a little note at the bottom that says that they created it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just type in.
We can search for.
Yep. So let's just type in the word Signex under the My Notes fields.
HCL.
Oh, HCL. Gosh, HCL, not Signex. Never mind. So HCL under My Notes is perfect, just those 3 letters. And then at the bottom, you're going to create and publish to web. Oh, and I've been on the screen so long I might have timed out. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm good. So here is our new article. If at any point we want to save and come back, you can just press save at the bottom, and then when you're done with it, you can save and publish to web. You can always get back into it by pressing this pencil icon. We would also appreciate, once the article has been saved for either the same person or potentially somebody else at Signex to do a quick quality check on it, match up all of the fields on this Alfresco form with all of the fields, here let's go back, all of the fields on the legacy CMS form, just to make sure that everything is identical. But that is the process. Please holler if you have any questions. We can certainly do additional training if needed, or provide additional documentation.